Before I get into a recommended morning and evening skincare routine, let's go over some of the general concepts as well as some of the key topicals that are used in skincare. Much of how our skin looks and how our skin ages has to do with our genetics. Of course, we're all wired differently, and that's going to have an impact on how our skin looks, regardless of the different types of things that we apply on our skin or that we inject into our skin. It's still going to come down to, in part, what is our genetic makeup. Another concept with skincare is that less is more. Some people are promoting these like 14 steps to, making your skin as beautiful as possible. Most of the time, there are too many steps. And so people get inundated with all the different things that they could do, and then they end up doing none of them because it just seems overwhelming. Trying to distill down your routine to some of the basics, the things that we know can help make your skin look brighter, more moisturized, healthier, that is the art of this. It's not just about doing more steps, it's about doing the few critical steps that can help your skin look as good as it can look. A lot of proper skincare comes down to prevention. We want to avoid things like, direct sun exposure and trying to protect our skin from the sun, because we know that that leads to lots of problems. We also want to go through some preventative steps to try to, for example, reduce wrinkle buildup, right? Or different types of sunspots. So a lot of it is about prevention, and it's better to do the right things early on before you start to develop different types of skin problems, whether it's something like just the little blemishes or more wrinkles or even something like cancer. It really comes down to prevention first and foremost. And it's important not to forget about Botox or other neurotoxins that can help delay the formation of deeper wrinkles. That is something that can be truly preventative. And in addition to many of these topical types of ointments and creams that we'll be talking about, also keep in mind that Botox can help the prevention of lots of deeper wrinkles that can give us a more aged appearance. Now let's go over some of the key players involved with topical skincare application. The first is a cleanser. So many people ask, is a cleanser any better than a bar of soap? The answer is yes. They're much less likely to leave your skin dried up because some of those essential oils can get stripped away when you're just using a bar of soap. So for that reason alone, a cleanser that's properly formulated that has properties to increase moisture is going to be better for your skin long term than just using a bar of soap. Now, when it comes to the Feel Confident cleanser, some of the key ingredients include panthenol. This is a precursor to vitamin B5 and a powerful humectant that's able to bind and hold water in the skin. It's also hydrating and it has strong anti-inflammatory properties that help with wound healing. Another key ingredient is a special blend of mild surfactants. This is used to thoroughly cleanse the skin without drying or stripping essential oils that are normally there for a healthy skin barrier. Chamomile and calendula extracts have wonderful properties for your skin. These include an impressive anti-inflammatory, antimicrobial, and an antioxidant profile. These plant extracts can be soothing, antiseptic, and calming for your skin. An aloe vera gel also has moisturizing, antioxidant, and anti-inflammatory properties that are meant to help the skin. The next key player topical is HA serum. So why use HA serum over some of the other serums that are out there? HA or hyaluronic acid is a humectant, meaning that it retains water, and it's actually capable of binding over 1,000 times its weight in water. It's the stuff in facial fillers, but it's also found in nearly every single cell of our body. As we age, the production of key substances in the skin, including hyaluronic acid, along with collagen and elastin, decreases. As a result, our skin loses volume, hydration, and plumpness. When it comes to Feel Confident's HA serum, here are the key ingredients. Epidermisol contains a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid and a silicium core. Silicium is essential for the synthesis of collagen and elastin fibers in your skin that deplete with age. Hyalosome EG10 is a chemically cross-linked hyaluronic acid that possesses an exceptionally high capacity for binding water, making it an excellent choice for hydrating skin. It releases moisture in a time-release fashion and also scavenges damaging free radicals. The material forms a film on the skin that releases water gradually over time. Hyacare 50 is a low molecular weight hyaluronic acid at 50 kilodaltons, which allows it to permeate deeper into skin. Now let's talk about moisturizers. There's lots of gimmicky things out there about moisturizer marketing, but they all do essentially the same thing. They supply a little bit of water to the skin to help with dryness, and they contain a greasy substance that holds it in. The original was petrolatum or Vaseline. Most moisturizers today hold in water like petrolatum, but they feel nicer on our skin. And they can also smell a bit better too. Check out our video where we went through blind testing of people who tried different moisturizers to see which one they preferred. The Feel Confident facial moisturizer has several key ingredients. The first is Hyaclear 7. This is a unique formulation of 7 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid that moisturize the skin and can stimulate the production of more hyaluronic acid for younger behaving skin. Tetrahexyldecyl ascorbate is a highly stable oil-soluble form of vitamin C that brightens and protects skin from free radicals. This can generally help to improve dark spots, and it can help preserve skin's collagen. The next key ingredient is phytosphingosine, which is a lipid that's naturally present in skin and helps maintain the skin barrier. It's a building block of ceramides and also has antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. Next, we have Matrixyl 3000. This is a combination of peptides that helps with skin repair. It's meant to help with smoothing wrinkles, calming sensitized and irritated skin, and repairing some skin damage. Now let's talk about another key ingredient when it comes to topical skincare: sunscreen or sunblock. The main goal here is that you want to protect your skin from UVA and UVB rays. The SPF number is primarily a measure of protection against UVB, whereas the broad spectrum label designates UVA coverage. Select an SPF that's at least 30, has broad spectrum coverage, and is also water resistant. 2 main types of products exist. One is an organic filter, also called a chemical blocker like avobenzone, and the other is an inorganic type of filter, also called a physical blocker like zinc oxide and titanium dioxide. And there are pros and cons of each of these. The key is to choose a sunblock that you'll actually apply, and to make sure that you're reapplying often when you're exposed to the sun, and especially if you get wet. The next key player is a retinoid. Retinoids is a general term used to describe all vitamin A derivatives. Retinol, retinoic acid, retinaldehyde, and adapalene are under the retinoid family umbrella. Retinoids increase cell turnover, collagen production, and help with pigmentation control. Retinoic acid, or tretinoin, is the active form of that hormone, meaning that it works right away, and it's the one that needs a prescription. Retinol is the precursor to retinoic acid, and it's what most skincare products contain. What that means is that retinols are almost universally less potent. They can be gentler on the skin, but they're just not as effective as the prescription products. We have an entire video dedicated to retinoids, so make sure to check that one out. Now let's talk about my recommended routine for your morning and evening skincare. In the morning, you want to start with a facial cleanser. After wetting the face, apply the facial cleanser with gentle circular motions. Rinse fully with water and tap the skin dry. Next comes the HA serum. After cleansing, apply 3 to 4 drops to the face and neck. Next, apply your moisturizer. After cleansing and applying the HA serum, massage the facial moisturizer into the skin of the face and/or neck using gentle circular motions. And lastly, apply the sunscreen. This is generally used as the last step in the regimen. In the evening, the following regimen can be observed. The first 2 steps are the same as what you do in the morning. You start with the cleanser and you follow it up with the HA serum. Now this third step is going to be a bit different. Now you can introduce a retinoid. Use a dose that's about the size of a pea, and for the first couple of weeks of treatment, apply the retinol only every other day. It takes time for the skin to adapt to the effect of the retinol. If you put it on every day from the start, it might be a bit too irritating for most people. So doing it every other day and then working up to daily application is what most people recommend. And the fourth step in the evening is going to be the application of the facial moisturizer. Whether you use the Feel Confident line of skincare products or any other, make sure that you understand exactly which ingredients are in your products and what they're there for. And don't use too many products or have too many steps, because then you're going to diminish the utility of each product, including the important ones.